benefits and advantages to study in Russia. My name is Dvornikova Alyona, and I am the representative of Agency for Cooperation in Education. Our agency, in cooperation with Russia.study holds a conference call for high school graduates of Nigeria and Pakistan. Before we start the main part of this call, please listen to the basic rules of the new group. All participants granted access as a listener. You can watch and listen to presentation and write message in the chat. Microphone access is only the speaker that is currently speaking. We'll try to answer your questions in the chat after each speech of educational organizations. There are a lot of questions, so we'll send you answer by email. Participants of this web conference are the representative of the central official of Russia.study is Dmitry Nikitin, the representative of NOW service is Smychko Natalia, and also was invited the representatives of the Russia Center of Science and Culture Nigeria, the representative office of Russia Center of Science and Culture in Pakistan, and Russian educational organizations. Now we take the words for Nikitin Dmitry, the representative of Russia.study. Please listen to.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. We are pleased that you are taking part in TV conference. We want to say that the interest for education in Russia Federation increases every year. We know that education in Russia Federation will open before you the door for the future, successful life, and give you an opportunity to use your knowledge for the destiny of your country. By the way, now you will know everything about the possibility of education in Russia Federation. We wish you good luck, and we hope that you will study in Russia Federation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dmitry. This web conference programs includes three parts. The first part consists from the education system of Russia, then the cost of education in Russia and how you can get a scholarship, and how to choose a Russian universities and where you can apply. The second one is the representation of the Russian education organizations, and next will be the answer to questions from the audience. Communication with participant of web conference. So let's start. The first part is the education system of Russia. Education in Russia is divided into general education and professional education. General education includes preschool education and education in school. Professional education received in college and higher educational institutes such as universities, academics, and institutes. Besides the general and professional education, there are additional education programs such as preparatory courses, summer schools, the additional all development and pre-professional programs, qualification improvement, and professional training programs. So, what level Russian education consists of? Higher education in Russia consists of three levels. The first one is bachelor degree. A bachelor's degree is a completely higher education. You will receive general fundamental preparation that at once allows you to start working by professional or to continue education master degree. It lasts 4 years, and after graduated from university, you will receive the diploma of bachelor's degree. First education is master's degree. The second level is master degree. Education for master's degree depends specialization in the chosen direction. After finishing the education, one may practice in the professional sphere or to be engaged in scientific activity in a postgraduate study. So, requirement for candidates is diploma of bachelor's degree. It lasts 2 years, and after graduated from university, you will receive the diploma of master's degree. And the first education is postgraduate study or PhD study. The bachelor degree and master's degree in Russia are equivalent to the European bachelor's and master's. So Russia is included into the Bologna Convention, and diplomas are admitted in the majority of the European countries. The first and plus second level, it's a specialist degree. Unlike a bachelor degree, the specialist degree gives not only fundamental but also practical preparation. You will be able to be engaged in professional sphere right after the end of education, to continue education for master's degree, or to be engaged in scientific activity in a postgraduate study. As for specialist program belong all medical, military, and part of the technical specialists such as computer science, design of technology machines, and complexes. It lasts 5 years, and after graduated from university, you will receive the diploma of specialist degree. The third level, the top qualification or scientific activities. The main form of preparation of a scientific personnel in Russia is a postgraduate study. Education in postgraduate study consists of several blocks such as educational part, practice, research work. Upon finishing of a postgraduate study, you should define the dissertation, and then you will receive the first degree confirming the status of the science candidates of science degree. In addition to postgraduate studies, there are other forms of preparation of a scientific personnel. So the first one, the postgraduate military course, is the postgraduate study of higher study education institutes of armed forces and the Ministry of International Affairs and Ministry of Emergency Situation of the Russian Federation. The second one is the internship practice in medical institution under the leadership of the senior colleges for graduates of medical higher education institutes, after which they acquire the right of professional activity. And assistantship training is program of training of works of the top qualification in the sphere of arts, after which the graduate acquires the right of performing and teaching activities, these activities. This program lasts 3 or 4 years. It depends, of course, from your educational program. And after graduated from university, you will receive the postgraduate diploma or diploma of PhD. And so now let's speak about advantages to study in Russia. Diplomas issued in Russia are recognized all over the world. Russian universities are constantly modernized and provide excellent conditions for study, research, sports, and student life. Russia is one of the world leaders in information technologies and telecommunications. And so it takes the first place in Europe regarding the number of internet users. Russian leaders is computer science, financial resource, and space engineering, and a lot of different technical educational programs. More than 200 million people around the world speak Russian. It's the most widespread European language and the earth in the world regarding the number of speakers. The cost of higher education in Russia is 5 or 7 times lower than in Europe. You have the opportunity to receive state scholarship. Accommodation in university dormitories cost from about $30 per month, and foreign students can obtain a work permit. 50,000 government grants for foreign students are given in Russia annually. What government grants include? The grant provides you free studying on the chosen specialty for the entire period of education. If you don't speak Russian, also this grant covers the preparatory course, where you can learn the Russian language and a lot of different subjects according to your educational program. In addition, monthly payment and a place in the student residence is provided. In last year, payment consisted about $21. Not everyone knows that foreign students are also able to receive additional payment from the government. For the additional information, you need to apply to embassy of your country in Russia. And also who may receive this grant? All candidates with secondary school and vocational school finished, school, technical school, lyceum, and successfully passed the competition selection in their own country can receive this grant. So now I tell you the competition selection process. The candidate has to be registered on Russia.study portal and send the application for a quota. Competitive selection take place in two stages or in two steps. The first steps will take place in your country. For the purpose, it's necessary to contact the Russian Center of Science and Culture or with Russian Embassy in your country. The second step consists in selection of suitable conditions by the Russian universities. Result of competition selections will be known after consideration by higher education organizations. Where and what are the selection events formed? The selection event takes place on the basis of Russian Center of Science and Culture or the Russian Embassy. In 1 or 2 months after placing of this competition selection, you will be informed about your result. If competition selection not passed, you can send the application Russia.study portal to study by contract and enter the Russian universities on a paid basis, on a contract basis. For this purpose, you can have to send the request for the contract at your application on Russia.study portal, which is saved on your personal account, and so you don't need to create the new form. Government grant does not cover transfer to university, living expense, and health insurance. Russian universities take the leading position in different international rankings. Last year in the world-famous World University Ranking, Russia was represented by 22 universities, and the ranking of the British magazine Time Higher Education, 24 universities of Russia. When you graduated from the Russian universities, you will be able to work in Russia or you will be able to work abroad. Russian universities included produce future Nobel laureates. And so the number of Nobel laureates are 15 USSR and 7 in Russia. You know that Russia is the largest country in the world. Russian universities are located in more than 80,000 from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok in different climatic zones. You can pick up an educational institution in any part of this country. And it's why there are a lot of very different universities, and more than 500 universities can offer by our educational organizations. So more than 200 can offer you really different education programs and technical programs. More than 100 universities offer programs in mathematical and natural science. 80 universities offer programs in health and medical science. And more than 100 universities offer programs in human science. More than 50 universities accepted students based on competition selection through Russia.study portal. Partner higher educational institutions accept students on a contract basis through Russia.study portal, Russia.study. And now you can see at your presentation that 43 educational institutions includes 6 federal higher education institutions and higher education institutions of the government of the Russian Federation, 8 national research universities, and 5 medical universities. Russia is a country with great culture. You will be able to choose the universities in any climatic zone. After admission to the university, you will have benefit discount on tickets at museum, exhibition centers, and travel. In all universities, there are sports complexes and various clubs. Free time you can spend really useful and interesting. And all universities have dormitory, of course, for foreign students. So, how you can apply to study in Russia? As I have said, you have to be registered on Russia.study portal. And first, of course, you have to choose your educational program. Usually, international students choose a program. The first place, as you can see at presentation, programs in engineering, technical science, and technology. The second place takes program in mathematical and natural science. Then goes programs in health and medical science, and then programs in human science. So you see that you can choose whatever you want and whatever you're really interested in. We have more than 50,000 educational programs offered on our website for all directions of preparation. There are more than 500 universities in all cities of Russia, from Kaliningrad to Khabarovsk. If you want to study with contract, you should press filling in the contract application and choosing the specialization and put universities according to your specialization. You can choose 6 universities at your application. The more universities you choose, the bigger the chance to pass the selection. And don't forget to attach your photo, the scan of your passport, and the scan of your educational documents. So you have to upload the education of previous educational. And so if you will start study at bachelor degree, you have to upload the certificate from high school. If you will study at master degree, you have to upload the bachelor diploma and so on. Each foreign student is provided with accommodation in a dormitory which is located near the universities. Of course, you will be able to live near the universities, and so you don't need just to spend your time and money to go to the university. The cost of living in dormitory is not more than $8 per month. The average cost of living in Russia is $300 per month. Many universities, organizations, executions run the culture sites of Russia. You could contact the international department of the universities. Contact information posted on the website, and find out the time of arrival to the education organization when you are distributed. If you see the status at your application distributed, it means that university accepted you and they are ready to that you will be enrolled in this university and you will go to this university. After when you know that you were distributed by this university accepted, you have to contact with your organization and new information about your arrival. Of course, you should coordinate time of arrival at Russian with the universities for preparing for your necessary documents and, of course, a room at dormitory. We recommend you to arrive for training a few days before the start of training. The training started 1st of September, but in any case, the period must be agreed with the university, because some university, like when a candidate goes to the university, for example, in the middle of August. It depends on the university. That's why we ask you just to connect with the Russian organizations. I'm sorry. The education institution must register you after arrival, not later than 7 days from the moment of your arrival at Russia. Thank you for listening to this presentation. And now I want to just introduce for you universities which will be today at our presentation. The presentation of the Russian education organizations, federal higher education institutions, and national research institutions such as Siberian Federal University, National Research University, Moscow Power Engineering Institutes, National Research Tomsk Polytechnical University, and also different universities such as Ukhta State Technical University, Stavropol State Medical University. So you will know a lot of information about this university. Now we will listen to Siberian Federal University.
Siberia is in the heart of Russia. It's one of the most powerful and steadily developing territories today. Siberia is located in the center of the country, away from capital cities' bustle and crisis. It's an officially registered fact that the geographical center of the Russian Federation is located in the eastern Siberia, and namely in the Krasnoyarsk region. The Krasnoyarsk region is the area where Mother Nature not only provides you with breathtaking landscapes, but also shares its richest natural resources with people. The city of Krasnoyarsk is the capital of the Krasnoyarsk region, a place with a population of 1 million. Krasnoyarsk is business-friendly, multicultural and hospitable. It's got its own unique style. We are open to the world and welcome our guests most heartily. Krasnoyarsk is the place for holding the World Winter Student Universiade in 2019. Siberian Federal University, which was founded in Krasnoyarsk in 2006, has become a symbol of the region's stability, its Siberian might and sustainability. The university was founded by the merger of 4 leading Krasnoyarsk educational establishments of the time. This fact explains an array of programs and educational services offered now, starting with mathematics, information technology and engineering, to law, linguistics, philosophy and economics. Siberian Federal today is a place with more than 38,000 students, over 300 of them are international ones. The university employs more than 2,400 highly qualified lecturers and professors, among them being Nobel Prize winners, laureates of prestigious international and national competitions, and holders of international and national awards.
Hola, buenos días, soy Paula Hernández de Elche, de España, y me gusta mucho enseñar en la Universidad Federal de Siberia porque los estudiantes son maravillosos y el campus es muy moderno.
Siberian Federal's modern and comfortable campus makes a special pride, offering students of the university all necessary facilities. All international students live on campus and enjoy the accommodation neighboring their study areas.
大家好，我叫管俊波，我来自于中国黑龙江省哈尔滨市。我现在很喜欢在 S5 学习，因为这里有很多文化和运动的活动。
The university provides efficient training in Russian as a foreign language. The courses are delivered by qualified staff, helping all international visitors upgrade their language level. International students come to take a range of courses, starting with language courses to graduate and postgraduate programs. International students vary in age from 17 to 50, and they come from all parts of the world.
السلام عليكم. اسمي الحسيني الخلف. أتيت من مدينة دير الزور من دولة سوريا. أتيت في جامعة سيبيريا الاتحادية. في جامعة سيبيريا الاتحادية يعجبني قوة المرافق العلمية المخبرية.
The uni is not all about study and research. We provide access to 30 kinds of sports, enhancing the image of the sportiest university in Russia. After a hard academic day, welcome to university extracurricular environment. You are offered an amazing choice of more than 100 student societies and associations which help you make your pastime enjoyable and rewarding. Siberian Federal University is a place to make new friends and exciting discoveries. It's young, ambitious and promising. Its main asset is friendly, supportive and professional people. All these factors will make your stay with us unforgettable. Siberian Federal University will help you create your future.
Greeting! Summer is at its peak and students don't attend classes anymore. But in the main building of MPI there is still a lot of people. What is the reason? The matter is that during the next month thousands of high school graduates should choose their institute and their future profession. Every day several thousands of entrants visit MPI enrollment board. All of them submit for entrance. For some people, our university is the only one of 5 institutes, and it's never minded where to be matriculated. But there are also those people who have purposefully come to Power Engineering Institute, and they don't want to study anywhere else. MPI is a very prestigious university for higher education level, and the entrants know it. They say there is a good technical base here, and it will be useful for me further. First, it's Power Engineering Institute. For some reason, it seems to me that the future is in the field of energetics, technical universities. Now the engineers are popular not only in Russia, but also around the world. It is also worth to note that most of graduates visit the main building of MPI for the first time, and they consider the university to be very impressive. The university gives me some hope that after all I will learn something here. To make a conscious choice of the institute is quite difficult, but to decide about the educational area is even more difficult, as many people have only graduated from school and they don't know where do they want to be engaged in and what are they in for. However, having chosen in the list of priorities Institute of Power Engineering Efficiency Problems or Institute of Radio Engineering and Electronics, Institute of Electrical Power Engineering or Institutes of Automatics and Computer Engineering or any other institutes, it is possible to be totally sure that you'll get a high level of education here. Moscow Power Engineering Institute. It even sounds somehow imposing and very serious. To tell you the truth, I really have some big plans in study. It isn't simple to obtain the diploma and to get worthy knowledge. For such reason, I have come to Moscow Power Engineering Institute. I like it because in my brain I understand technical science better. Therefore, I choose MPI. Turns, experience and expectations will fall behind, and the most part of graduates will go to the university. In September, MPI will meet the first-year students. It will lodge them in the dormitory. It will distribute student ID cards, and it will direct them at all steps of the higher education. Go to the best power engineering university of the country, and we will be near. Ivan Gubin and Vagram Antanyan, special for MPI TV.
Why'd you only call me when you're high? High. Why'd you only call me when you're high?
Besides sending the students abroad, MPEI also receives a lot of foreigners. More than 900 students from 62 countries of the world are trained at MPEI. Interfestival is a special event that unifies all of them to show the main features of their country's culture. First of all, it includes various events such as football and volleyball competitions, a contest of national dishes, and so on. Finally, to summarize all the efforts and to carry out the awarding ceremony, the Interfestival finishes with a real gala concert, where students represent creative performances. An exhibition that takes place on the first floor of the main buildings deserves a special attention. The students deploy thematic stands to present their countries. An interesting fact is that exhibition also attracts a great number of Russian students who can't pass the colorful stands of foreigners without tasting food of Kyrgyzstan and Latin America, or taking a photo with the colorful dresses of Myanmar and Vietnam. It is also a great possibility to learn to dance some traditional dances or try to cook national dishes of different countries. MPEI is an international university, but the unity of students of different countries becomes the most evident shiftly during the exhibition. It is important to note that this year the Council of the Embassy of Egypt and the MPEI rector also took part in the celebration and appreciated the creativity of the students. In addition to Interfestival, a great number of events are organized for the foreigners. Among them, the international dinners, trips to the theater, and courses of foreign language. But certainly, the main thing is friendship. Ivan Gubin, Vagram Antanyan, and Tatiana Alexandrova for MPEI TV.
Welcome to St. Petersburg, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, the northern capital of Russia. The most talented people have always had an urge to come here. This gave a powerful impulse to the development of the city, which has been the centre of Russian science and culture for 3 centuries. Here, the cradle of Russian engineering and economic education was created in 1899. Welcome to the Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University. More than a century of its history and glory was created by people who taught and studied here. The university has always been training highly qualified specialists. Today, a new image of the Polytechnic University is created. In 2007, it obtained the status of an innovative university. In 2010, it was granted the prestigious status of a national research university. In 2013, it was chosen as the winner of the Global Research Project 5100. Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University is the leading technical university in Russia, which combines the traditions of fundamental Russian science with the best international educational and scientific practices. Positive changes gave the university the opportunity to occupy a stable position among the leading scientific and educational centres of the world. Today, approximately 30,000 students are enrolled at the university, including about 5,000 foreign students. More than 2,000 professors, including about 200 visiting professors from leading universities across the world, are working in the Polytechnic University. With its 13 educational and scientific institutions, 52 bachelor and more than 300 master programs are available to students. The structure of the university includes 13 basic institutions where students are trained in technical, economic and humanitarian areas. In the area of scientific research, the Polytechnic University has positioned itself as a major multidisciplinary research centre. Priority scientific areas at the university are experimental nuclear physics, life science, functional materials, nanotechnology, energy-sufficient technology, information and communication technology, and advanced manufacturing technology. In addition, suprasectoral scientific areas are actively developing at the university in additive and supercomputing technology and aerospace research. The Research and Development Complex is the innovation centre of the university. High-tech laboratories are created here, equipped with modern world-class facilities. Moreover, the Supercomputer Centre, equipped with the most modern computational systems, is one of the most high-capacity computer systems in Russia. Today, the university combines all the features of a research, innovation and entrepreneurial type of university. Among its partners are more than 200 Russian industrial enterprises and about 100 high-tech foreign companies. For decades, the Polytechnic University has conducted successful international activities. Particular attention has been paid to the internationalization of the university. More than 5,000 students from 115 countries are studying at the university. In this framework of university internationalization, more than 100 international educational programs in English, including more than 20 double-degree programs with leading partner universities, have been developed. The university has developed partnerships with the world's leading universities and research centres, expanding the programme of academic mobility. The university is open for cooperation and joint projects with universities all over the world. The Polytechnic University interacts with 300 foreign universities, 10 of which have the status of strategic partner. Combining the potential of foreign industrial partners, the university implements its breakthrough scientific ideas by promoting the results of research, technology, and experience at the international level. This contributes to the improvement of the quality of education and the introduction of new educational technologies. In April 2016, the Polytechnic University became the first Russian university to open a representative office in China, in Pudong New District of Shanghai. The aim of the representative office is to promote the brand Polytech in China and in the whole Asia-Pacific region, as well as to increase the reputation and competitiveness of our university as a leading engineering, innovation and entrepreneurial university of Russia. A future scientific elite is being formed here within the walls of the Polytechnic University. University students are provided with everything necessary for study and recreation. A fundamental library, reading rooms, a modern sports centre and comfortable student dormitories. The Polytechnic University creates a special cultural, creative and intellectual environment. The White Hall of the university is a unique concert hall located at its very heart. One of the basic principles of the educational process at the Polytech is the essential participation of students in the research process. The university has about 200 research laboratories and centres, more than 24 small innovative enterprises, a technology park and business incubator. While studying at the university, students become independent, creatively minded researchers and inventors, organisers and coordinators of complex scientific and technical projects. In their spare time, students have the chance to become radio presenters or video operators, players in the hockey team, or actors in the theatre, or singers in the choir, or builders of a racing car. In 2013, the Fab Lab was opened at the Polytechnic University. This was the first in the universities of St. Petersburg, a unique workshop for students where they can implement their creative scientific ideas. Today, Fab Lab has become a part of the Centre of Scientific and Technical Creativity of young people. The Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University continues to be an essential source of opportunity for the discovery of fundamental science and the trajectory for education and engineering into the future.
Russia.study Technical University is the largest multidisciplinary technical university in the European north of Russia. USTU provides training for personnel and conducts scientific research, cultural and educational activities for the socio-economic development of the northern and Arctic regions of Russia. Production activities of the main partner organizations to produce employment for USTU graduates is in more than 10 regions of Russia. University graduates make up a significant part of the staff of giant companies like Gazprom, Transneft, Rosneft, and Lukoil. USTU is one of the winners of the Federal Regional Footage Competition. For 58 years, USTU has prepared more than 85,000 professionals. Today, the university consists of about 10,000 students, of which more than 400 are from neighboring countries as well as far abroad. USTU provides about 300 educational programs, including 28 programs of secondary vocational education, 27 areas of training, bachelor and master's, and 19 specialties of postgraduate study. The university is made up of 5 educational institutions, an Institute of Advanced Studies, a Design Institute of Oil and Gas, and 2 dissertation councils. In addition, USTU has allocated branches in Vorkuta and Usins, 14 scientific pedagogical schools, 14 teaching and laboratory buildings, and 13 hostels. Aside that, Russia.study Technical University has a large scientific and technical library, a training and practical studio, several corporate publications, modern printing facilities, a powerful sport complex, and an excellent health resort and recreational center. Furthermore, the university holds a training and geodetic base, a training and experimental oil field, teaching and experimental forestry, and an oil and gas unique educational and practical ground. The university annually holds scientific forums at national and international levels. USTU is the core innovation of territorial cluster of oil and gas technologies in the Komi Republic. The university runs 8 volunteer associations on the basis of Russia.study Technical University, opened by the Komi Regional Department of the Russian Students Group, numbering about 800 participants. USTU has trained more than 100 athletes who are champions of Russia, Europe, and world champions, as well as the participants and winners of the Olympic Games. The university takes pride in organizing major sports events such as the Russian Championships and sports sections on 40 different kinds of sports. There are about 700 participants in the university's creative arts team, including the famous dance group United Beat, the studio theater group Frisky, the sport ball dance club Duet, and the vocal and choral studio. In addition, there are humanitarian projects implemented at USTU, including the Constellation Smart Club. Groups like Young Ukhta, Civilization of Russia, and Ukhta, the birthplace of first Russian oil, also conduct several large-scale sociocultural, scientific, and educational projects. The university is renowned for its tradition, such as the procession of graduates, the Festival of Art Songs, and the Russian Student Ball. Ukhta State Technical University annually holds a Republican Youth Innovation Convention, Youth for the Future of the Komi Republic and Interregional Education Forum, Innovatica Krahal. On the 95th anniversary of the statehood of the Komi Republic, our university prepared a special project with the forces of the residents of the university's business incubator, the Student Scientific Society, and the Ukhta Youth Branch of the International Association of Petroleum Engineers also came on board to the 95th anniversary project of the development of the Techno Park model, the birthplace of the first Russian oil, Ukhta. The core of the future Techno Park will be the business incubator of Ukhta State Technical University, the new building that opened its doors to residents during the anniversary of the Komi Republic in 2016.
Okay, great. I would like to greet everyone from Russia, Ukhta, the town of Ukhta, from the university, Ukhta State Technical University. And I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ludmila. I'm the representative of the university, and my colleagues and I, we decided that it would be quite boring if I just tell you about our university, and that's why today we invited one of our international students. His name is Edmund, and he came here from Ghana, and he would like to tell you some words about his life here and study at Ukhta State Technical University.
Hello everyone, my name is, as you said, my name is Edmond and I'm from Ghana. I'm currently studying in the Oil and Gas Institute at Ukhta State Technical University, and my second year. Well, I'll be now going to my second year, and yeah, so I've been here for about 2 years now. My first year, the first year I came here, I studied a 1 year Russian language course, and the following year I started my main course in oil and gas engineering drilling, and life here has been very nice, and it's a whole different experience, and I would encourage everyone to take part, try and apply to come and study at Ukhta State Technical University. Well, apart from studies here, we have a lot of activities which international students take part here in the university. So, for example, we annually hold an African Day event, and we are also now planning to host an international cultural festival, which will help bring students together, which will students from different parts of the world, not only from Africa or not only from Russia, but from different continents. And well, life here on UCTA is really treating us well, and also there are so many sport activities whereby students also take part in sport activities like football, basketball, hockey, table tennis, and so on. This really helps the students actively. Apart from studying all the time, you can also take part in some other sports events to relax your body and everything. I think that's all I can say for now, but I would encourage everyone to apply to study at Russia.study Technical University, and I can promise that you'll never regret that decision. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your attention, and we're waiting for you.
This is my university. Friends often ask me, why did I choose MGSU? It took me some time to decide where I want to study, not only to get quality technical education, which is the most important part, but also to live in an interesting student environment that would be comfortable and pleasing to study in. I want to study in university where all activities, from sports to laboratory classes, are situated in one place. To study with bright and beautiful fellow students from different places and countries. To have an enlightening conversations with teachers, to learn something new and interesting every day. I discovered that construction sciences are amazingly diverse, from space research and nuclear energy to soil and water purification from hazardous waste. I wanted to create, to invent a new material, or, for example, to make that everything in the house switched on and off by itself. Air was cleaned, electricity and heat was saved. I started to pay interest to science, tried to create future. It's no coincidence that our university is named National Research University. Here we have more than 30 laboratories, and if my work will gain attention, I will continue to study and will consider going into PhD studies. I finished art school, good at singing and dancing. I want to participate in exhibitions, competitions, to perform on the big stage. It's great that we have all this on our university and can incorporate it with studying. In the university, I train on the same running tracks and courts as Olympic champions. When they visited us, they were jealous of our sports arenas. Soon we will have a swimming pool, as the rector promised, and our rector is a man of his word. University has many students from different countries and parts of Russia. Now I have lots of friends from Europe, Asia and other parts of the world. After classes, we share our cultures with each other, learn how to dance many different folk dances, study foreign languages and, of course, discover Russia together. My home country patiently waits for my graduation, as I have lots of houses, power stations and different infrastructure objects to build. All I ever wanted I found in my university. And now, the main part. Who am I going to be? I will be a civil engineer. I will get such skills that will allow me to work on any, even most difficult projects. Motto of our university: study to build your future. And we study, and we will build the future.
Tomsk Polytechnic University, a university of resource-efficient technologies. Tomsk Polytechnic University was established in 1896 as the Tomsk Technological Institute of Practical Engineers. The brilliant chemist and great scientist Dmitry Mendeleev was elected as the first honorary member of the university. TPU is a winter university. In 1997, the institution was recognized as a particularly valuable object of cultural heritage of the peoples of the Russian Federation. In 2009, it was designated a national research university. TPU is a world-class university. International and national ratings are evidence of the university's strong reputation. For several years, the rating agency Expert RA has called Tomsk Polytechnic University the best non-metropolitan university in Russia. TPU is steadily ranked in the top 10 of the best Russian institutions of higher education. The QS World University Rankings place TPU in the top 400 of the best global universities. TPU has produced over 165,000 graduates. They have designed the Ostankino Tower, Russian helicopters Mi and Ka, and drilled the lunar soil. Polytechnic alumni discover deposits around the world, operate nuclear power plants, and launch rockets. We are 120 years old, but we are dynamic. TPU contains 10 institutes. We educate over 15,000 students and PhD students who will become professionals in the most sought-after sectors of the global economy: the aerospace industry, chemical industry, geology, including marine geology, nuclear physics, and many others. TPU is one of the most internationally diverse universities in Russia. A quarter of the student body consists of foreign students from more than 50 countries. These future specialists are educated by more than 2,000 teachers at the highest level. Nobel Prize winner in chemistry, Dan Shechtman, is among them. TPU laboratories are provided with the most state-of-the-art equipment, and we conduct research on Russia's only operational, educational, and research nuclear reactor. The TPU consolidated budget is over 8 million rubles. The university performs scientific research projects with the largest high-tech companies in the world, such as Gazprom and Gazprom International, Rosatom, Boeing, Roscosmos, Schlumberger, and others. We grow by enhancing research activities. The university has established strategic academic units, elite units concentrating the advanced experience of TPU. They develop, introduce, and replicate the world's best practices: space materials science, eco-energy, nuclear technologies for oncology, industrial tomography, unconventional natural resources, control and telecommunication systems, people and technologies. In 2016, Tomsk Polytechnic University brought together leading scientists from various countries at the World Resource Efficiency Forum. We are active. Student government is well developed at TPU, and for the first time in Russia, a campus manager has been chosen. For many years, the university has been recognized as a healthy lifestyle institution. We support a body of tutors and sports. Some of our students are multiple champions in Russia, Europe, and the world. Student volunteers participate in organizing and conducting large-scale events across the globe. TPU's campus was recognized as Russia's best campus. It incorporates 14 newly built and renovated student residences, a stadium, and a swimming sports complex. In 2016, TPU celebrated 120 years, but this is only the beginning.
Our today's life is a rapid movement straight forward. Technology, a variety of occupations, people, all of them are changing. Keeping pace with the time and sometimes being even a little ahead is not an easy challenge, but a feasible one. For over 60 years, Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University has been training engineers to maintain economic development. This is where the image of an engineer and a personality who is building up the future is being formed. Our university is of the same age as Belgorod region, established in 1954. In March 2003, Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University had been granted a status of a university, and later the university was named after Vladimir Shukov, an ingenious person born in Belgorod region who was called a Russian Edison and the top engineer of the Russian Empire even when he was alive. Now the university incorporates 6 educational institutions and over 50 departments. Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University meets the local and global needs: architecture, civil engineering, electric power engineering, thermal power engineering, chemical engineering, environmental safety, information and computer technology, automation of production processes, mechanical engineering, economics, management, and much more are listed into a wide range of training areas and majors, many of which relate to the priority areas of science, technology and engineering, both in the Russian Federation and abroad. The university educational process is structured as multidisciplinary and multi-level, embracing undergraduate and graduate programs varying from full-time or part-time to distance learning courses. The degree awarded by Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University conforms to all international standards and is recognized in 140 countries all over the world. Research laboratories and lecture halls are equipped with state-of-art facilities and technical aids. Particular attention is given to the development of high technologies. Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University academic programs are focused on practical application of the knowledge a student has gained at the university. The university has established actively operating departments, education sites located in the area of the leading local enterprises. The company employees are involved in lecturing and workshop activity, conducting masterclasses, supervising graduation theses and course projects, internship training, engaging the students in project and research activities. All the above make our alumni quite competitive from the point of view of qualifications required by employers. Vendor and academic centers are available at the university. The Department for Cement and Composite Materials has installed a computer system which allows to accurately reproduce a cement manufacturing process and track its results. The Mechanical Equipment Department has been working closely with a Siemens company for over 10 years. The future mechanical engineers are solving highly complicated problems like 3-dimensional modeling and equipment design aimed at producing innovative building materials. From year to year, the department is given top awards from the International Siemens Contest and Microsoft Works Education Center. The Architectural Environment Design Department has established a creative agency. The university has transformed regular computer-equipped classrooms with special-purpose teaching and research facilities. The university has established 2 successfully functioning centers of youth innovative creativity, Metamorphosis, located in the Center of Innovation and Design, equipped with 3D printers, software-controlled cutting machines, and laser printers. The center is not limited to students engaged in technical creativity. School children are actively involved in the creative activities. A cluster center represents an open laboratory intended for digital prototyping, being a platform for scientific and technical creativity and business. The university boasts of its new Higher Technology Center. It incorporates over a dozen laboratories, 4 research institutes, 3 prototyping centers, 2 internationally accredited test centers. Both scientists and university students are working here jointly, using unique equipment to create special-purpose composite materials for aviation, aerospace and nuclear power industry, or basic elements for microelectronics and construction industry. Each year, students and young scientists of Shukov University join federal and regional target programs, become winners of competitions and grants, and are awarded scholarships from the President and Government of the Russian Federation. Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University is one of the few Russian universities having a campus-type arrangement. The campus represents a single space with an area of 35 acres, incorporating academic and laboratory buildings, the Students' Arts Center, a library, halls of residence for students and academic staff, and sport facilities. For the last 3 years, Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University has maintained the leading position in all Russian contests in the nomination of the university dedicated to healthy lifestyle. The Students' Park was named the best well-kept area at the all-Russian competition among university campuses. Our university is both a school and a launchpad not only for engineers but also for sport champions. University Sports Complex is currently recognized as the best one throughout Russia, which includes a modern stadium complying to up-to-date global standards, sports halls and sports grounds, tennis courts and 2 swimming pools. Anyone can be distinguished being involved in a variety of student associations, student scientific society, students advisory boards, creative teams, sports clubs, wheat contests, students construction crews, students TV and many other areas related to student self-fulfillment. 15 different kinds of scholarships offered by the university can be a good incentive for all students. Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University is one of the major universities in Russia, which is confirmed by the high levels achieved in rankings both on national and international levels. Those who have chosen Shukov-Belgorod State Technological University as a following level to proceed their studies, they are making their choice in favor of higher quality and up-to-date higher educational system, a healthy lifestyle and a student life full of exciting events. Our alumni, who are over 70,000 in number, are currently being employed all over the world. For each of them, their alma mater both means the joy of first discoveries, friendship, love, creativity and commitment to professional peaks, including specific atmosphere of the responsibility for the job to which you have dedicated the whole of your life.
Thank you for your presentation. Now we're going to the third part of the conference. It's answer on our questions. Now let me introduce Natalia Karabitsina. She's my colleague. She will help me to answer to your questions. Natalia.
Hello everyone. Hello Alena. We've got several questions. Excuse me. Sorry. You sent us your questions during the conference, and we choose several of them, the most frequent and the most interesting to answer in the last part of the conference. I will read them and Alena will answer them.
Yeah.
Suppose. The first question was if the applicant is applying after bachelor degree, if they can have the selection in Russia.
Of course, everyone, master's degree or PhD degree, they have to pass the competition selection. In this case, as I have said at presentation, they have to contact with Russian Center of Science and Culture. So in this case, of course, as bachelor degree, they have to pass the competition selections. Next one.
There was several questions about master program. For example, was question about if there are master program for cultural and tourism for scholarship.
Of course, yes, there are a lot of different programs, educational programs in scholarship, and among them is culture science or tourism. Of course, master program can offer you, universities can offer you culture science or tourism master program and master degree, and in this case you have to use the navigator in Russia.study portal and to find this educational program at your application. And also you have to put your educational program at your application on Study Russia portal, choose the master degree, choose your educational program, and choose the university according to your application. education program.
The representative of Russia.study Нигерия is...
Yes, let me introduce the representative of Russian Center of Science and Culture Nigeria, Ivan Sergeyevich. Good afternoon. We are listening. We will see you. Thank you for connection to us. So next questions will be for you. Please, Natalia, could you read the questions for Russian Center of Science and Culture?
There were several questions about admission dates for scholarship in Nigeria.
Yes, thank you very much for giving me ground here. So I have the honor to extend greetings from the Embassy of Russia in Nigeria. As for the deadlines for applications and all our procedures, we have very strict and very specific guidelines from the Ministry of Education of Nigeria here. So the procedure here is very specific. All students from Nigeria, I encourage to listen very carefully right now. So when you get a scholarship, the scholarship consists of two parts. First one is budgetary education in Russia, where you are welcome to study for free. And the second is the scholarship itself, and it's provided by the Nigerian government. So the Nigerian government, they have several requirements, several rules. First of all, if you graduate from bachelor degree and you want to continue education in Russia on higher levels, so you will have to come back to Nigeria, show up at the ministry, spend at least 1 year with internship or another work, proving that the education you received wasn't given you in vain, and then you take part in the very same selection process and in the interview, get your documents done, and then you travel again to Russia to continue your education. So to sum it up, after finishing bachelor degree or master degree, you have to come back to Nigeria. That's the first thing. Second, as we are cooperating with many governmental bodies here, the procedure is strictly regulated with the deadlines. So it all starts in February, and all applicants, they are welcome to send their application forms to the scholarship boards, to the scholarship board in February. All the information is provided in advance on the webpage of Russian Embassy, on the Facebook page, on our other resources. So please take a very careful note of all the information. That's for this question. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your answer. Thank you. So let's continue as answering on questions. Natalia.
Yes, we got several questions. There were a lot of questions about working during the studying. So if students can work during studying in Russia.
Firstly, if you want to work at Russia, you have to get the permission for work. And I can say that permission for work is related only for full-time education students of the universities. Of course, detailed information you can get from the university. But I can tell you that it's important that you can work only by a profession state in permission and only in the region, city where you will be studying. Of course, the detailed information, as I have said, you can get from the university.
Okay, there are still questions about master and PhD degree. If candidates can apply for scholarship in master degree, and how they can find them, the program and universities with this program.
You can find all your program at using the Navigator at Russia Study portal at the main page of the Russia Study portal. You can find the Navigator which help you to find the educational program.
Thank you, Alona.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you.
There are one question. There are one question, the last question, about the procedure, I suppose. If candidate can choose preferable institute, the procedure about choosing of university.
Excuse me, it's a bad connection. Could you please repeat?
Are you talking to me? So actually, I have an information to this question. I was getting ready. We had hundreds of questions like that from Nigerian students about their preferences and priorities. So actually, the allocation to the universities is provided by the Ministry of Education in Russia, and the universities that are written currently in your Russia study system, in your profiles in Russia study, are the universities that are actually have places for you and who are willing to accept you for education, who with the chances are good that you will be enrolled in these universities. So as you understand, Russia provides scholarship opportunities all over the world, and not all universities are available. So those that are written in the system are those that are really for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your answering. Thank you. So
I suppose we can finish now, because the last questions are very personal. We should answer them personally by email.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, as a representative of Russian Center of Science and Culture, Ivan, for helping for us and for answering some questions. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, everyone who connected today and who was with us. It's really, we really appreciate that you're interested in Russian education and you're interested in Russian universities. Thank you. Of course, as I have said at the first step at our presentation, we will answer your questions if it will be really personally at your email address. So thank you for watching our presentation.